8 days, buddy. 8 days we'll have actual Falcons football against another team.
And I can't wait. Undefeated. It starts now.
I mean, I know
Let's
it's
go.
preseason, but I mean, I don't give a damn, man. It's Falcons football.
Falcons football. We're back.
But we got episode 116 and 117 to get to before that happens. So guess we better go do that.
Let's do it.
And welcome in, everybody, to episode 116 of Out of Your Falcon Mind, a Falcons fan cast. My name is John, your host, as always, joined by my co-host, Mr. Mike Cottrell. Buddy, how's your day been? How's your week been, man?
Man, my week has been dummy busy, but man, I love it because we getting close to Falcons football, and I'm liking the now I'm seeing what I've been expecting on Twitter the whole time. I'm seeing the detractor. I saw Johnny Yates get into it. I couldn't help but watch and laugh. I didn't even tell John I was watching the play-by-play, but damn it, it was funny, and I love it.
No, you know what? I didn't even put that on the show sheet tonight because I mean,
I saw you get into it. Johnny Yates back and forth on Twitter. It was classic, man.
Yeah, I never really do that because it's not really, like it doesn't just, I don't know what I was feeling that day. I was like,
that's what made it funny because you never do that, but for some reason, John is great at that because John is gonna make you more mad than you started off being because he's joking the whole time. He's not really serious. He's fucking with you, but you are very serious, and John just made somebody very mad.
Yeah, he got real angry, man. Like he was super angry about the. I was just if y'all didn't see it, it was just a tweet about. And what was it? It was just about. It was somebody talking about the.
You were saying just imagine.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett tweeted out the thing about everybody freaking out about the overthrow, whatever the hell it was, underthrow, I think, and dude was like, he said, imagine your quarterback's, dog shit or whatever. And I was like, dude, imagine over criticizing a play in training camp. And then he just got, and I was like, what are we supposed to do when he makes a good throw? Are we supposed to what's the reaction we should have? You tell me.
Oh, he got mad, buddy.
Well, then we're super mad. Then everybody else, and then Falcons Twitter just came on and just like, acting fucking Mad Mike got in there and everybody got it. It was funny. But I mean, dude, I don't think he was even a Falcons fan. Like, I mean,
like 5 followers. I said, I gotta see who this dude is, and it was so it was just somebody fucking trolling. I love it.
Yeah, it's just trolling. Yeah, exactly right. So, anyway, guys, welcome in. Like I said, here on the VarietySports Network. Got to shout out a couple of shows on VarietySports. They have a new show starting, I think, tonight, actually. Saturday Showdown is going to be a college football show. Obviously, college football is huge in the South. So, brand new show. Check those guys out. It should be a good one. Of course, got to shout out Fat Boy Fadeaway, our guys over there, Darren and Tyler, Brian. TMB podcast started back up. It's a 49er podcast. The good dudes, man. They, we always try to get out there and support our other guys and stuff like that. And then Far Into the Bench, another great podcast on Friday Sports. And we'll start shouting out different ones every week so we can kind of get you guys so you can kind of learn.
Shout out to the Ball Bros, the best Chargers podcast.
They're not on the Friday Sports, but damn it, they're a good damn podcast. Yeah. You're right. Shout out to Scott Kennedy, man, for joining us last week.
Sir.
And I was on, and thank Scott Kennedy for having me. And Mike, he was just so busy he couldn't get on there, but I joined him on Monday morning at 9 a.m. I had to have I had a hot coffee. I had to get it was way too early for me, dude. That's not, I can't.
Don't wake up that early. Yeah.
No. Like I set my alarm for, like an hour and a half ahead of time. So I get my mind going and actually like be engaged. So, but it went well. It was good, man. Scott's awesome, dude. And we went over 8,000 audio downloads. So that's cool.
I love it.
A little heading toward 10,000. That's pretty neat. If you're watching or listening for the first time, just a quick reintroduction. Mike and I have been fans since 91. We met about 13, 14 years ago, and just randomly at work. He moved down from DC. I'd moved back to Atlanta from Vegas. Happened to found out we were obviously huge Falcons fans, and we've just been talking Falcons ever since. And we just decided about a year and a half, 2 years ago, hey, let's try this podcast thing. If it works, cool. After like we said what, Mike, 6 months?
6 months. Yeah.
Like 6 months. If it's
Man, we
growing, cool.
started late.
Yeah, we did.
We started halfway because we just
started
kept
halfway.
saying, we'll do it next week. We start next week.
Yeah, exactly.
We started
exactly.
midway through the season.
Like, fuck it. Week 5, let's go. I think the Dolphins was our first one. The first one when we started. But anyway, it was and we didn't even really start hitting YouTube hard until maybe about a year in. Well, I'm about a year into it actually. Yeah, because we would just throw our Zoom calls up on YouTube and there'd be nothing to it. We get like 4 views, and we really focusing on the audio side of things. But ever since we joined Variety Sports, we obviously have StreamYard. We've been putting a lot more into YouTube. I think we're up at 734 subscribers, I believe. So y'all are awesome, man. Keep supporting, keep sharing the podcast, hitting the like button so more Falcons fans can find us, because that's just the easiest way for us to grow. Because when we hit 1,000, man, it should just start taking off. So,
we hit. I understand that, man. The both of us speak on this all the time. But y'all got to understand how wild it is for me and John to just know that we were fucking around. Like, it was a test. It's just that we do this anyway on Sundays. We text a whole day. On Sundays, we just talk shit. We just text. And we say it's always like good. Like we'll joke around all day. And we just had an idea. Well, let's just share it with people and see if they like it. But I don't think me or John was expecting for them to like it the way it turned out. So that was kind of a thing that it's amazing. So I just want to say thank you. I'm gonna say it every show because it just is unreal. So thank you so much. It's humble.
Man. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, the last thing we ever really imagined was like folks recognizing us and stuff like that, and shake our hand and say, "Hey, you like your show?" I mean, awesome. That's like it's we love it. And if you're listening on iTunes and Spotify, just make sure you drop us a 5-star review on there.
I'm back on TikTok, man. This week I will return. So we do have a TikTok. It will be. I've been having to move and all of this. Oh man, work. It's been a lot, but I have stuff ready for y'all to go. I will be back on TikTok this week. I'll return.
That's right. And Mike, we did get a new 5-star review, man, on iTunes. It was from Razor Reb. He said, "Good stuff, 5 stars, great listen. Lifelong Falcons fan since the mid-'70s, and I don't miss these guys." Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
I love those old fans the most, because this stuff I didn't even know.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. So, and also we do have, I went ahead, it was kind of a joke. We actually on Twitter, I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to make a Who Threw That t-shirt. Because like Steve Smith and like everybody was like every shot of training camp, you see it's either a catch or a bad throw. Everybody, who threw that? Is it Taylor? Is it Dez? Who threw that? Like everybody. So I was like, fuck it, I'm making a shirt. So the shirt's up there. It says who threw that, and it's in red and in black. I think I can
the red one.
Yeah, I can actually. You know what? I can probably pull it up and see.
I love the red one. I said I got to get the red one.
Let's see.
I got one on the way right now. I got the blue one on the way.
I got
the blue one. I got something on the way. The black one, I think. Yeah, I love it. Who threw that?
Yeah, so we got the black, and it's got the Out of Your Falcon Mind logo on the back. I just did it in red and black, and the gray one here for the women's that's the other option. But for the men's, it's just red and black. So, and then of course you got the other ones too. So y'all can check those out there. But yeah, so we'll just do that for a limited time because I don't think that'll probably go all season. Obviously, it's kind of just a funny thing to happen during camp. So, and we'll put out new designs and stuff like that as we go along. But yeah, man. So let's get into the chat before we got an email too. We got to get to real quick.
Let's do it.
Kiara, what's up? First one.
Kiara, what up?
Good to see you early. Yeah. And make sure you check out Kiara on One Time for the Fan every week. I think they're going back to Wednesdays and Sundays now, since we were doing Wednesdays, but now we're back to Thursdays because of my son's baseball schedule. So we got to be flexible. So that's what we're doing. But Key, good to see you.
Bam, Miss Pam, man, we got to meet Miss Pam, bro. That was the coolest part of training camp. I don't care what nobody says.
Damn right.
Dre, my man.
What's going on, Dre?
D, my man, what's going on, fellas? Great content. Keep up the good work. Let's go, Ritter. Let's go, Falcons. You're damn right. Curry, what's up? Hey, John and Mike, football is finally back. One day closer to Falcons football. I can't wait. I'm with you. Jamal, what's up?
There's actually football tonight, right? And is it the Jets and the
Yeah,
Hall of Fame
yep.
game tonight? Yeah. So it's kind of, I mean, yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Goodbye, Mr. Franks. You're damn right. Go do something else.
You knew it was gonna happen.
Casey,
what's up, man?
Who threw that? So, fellas. Kerry said, wait, what did I miss? John got into it with somebody on Twitter. John went back and forth with somebody. I wouldn't say got into it. John went back and forth with somebody on Twitter. It was fucking hilarious.
Just a few times. And it was just, I think the reason is because he was.
John never does that. So that's what made it funny to me. I didn't want to say nothing to him because then I feel like he would have stopped. I just wanted to see how far it would go. It was amazing. Didn't he? I don't know what you call that, but he took the tweet to our page, and then I don't know what you call that, but he did.
Yeah. I quoted it and just put some laughing because I wanted everybody to see it because it's just, it was just talking out of his ass. I mean, like literally just like, you have to go back and it's on the timeline somewhere. There's a couple of laughing faces. You'll see it. Yeah.
Anybody going to the preseason game? I may not get to a preseason game this season. Berto, my brother Berto.
Good to see you, buddy.
Damn Ski, what up? Damn Ski, the man Ski with the plan Ski. We got to get Damski back on, man.
We do, man. We do. And Adam, Damski, and Trayshawn and Fleek were back this week. Was it this week? A couple days ago, man. It all comes together right now. We're so busy, man. But they're back with New Millennium Falcons. Great show. First one this season. So make sure y'all are subscribed to those guys because they're going to keep bringing out shows all week or all year long.
My man, the season is almost here, Jordan. You damn right. Let me see. Berto said, I met out of your Falcon mind in December, and they are my best friends today. You're damn right, Berto.
Damn right. He's not lying. We text almost every day. He's not lying.
We did. Shit, Berto, my man. He said, Carry East with the Frank slander. You got to slander Franks. Chase, man. What up? Dirty Fanatics United.
You see,
Chris, how we doing? That's my man, Chase.
That's right, man. Make sure y'all check out Chase on. He's got a great new show going. I think he just hit 200 subs, so he's rocket ship, man. He's ready to roll. You see. Did you see that Crispy Carlton on Twitter put out like Felipe Frank's highlight video? It's just him, dude. It's just him like fumbling and.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So it's just all of his bad plays, man. It's hilarious. So you definitely will be ordering the black one for me. Oh, love it, hey. I'm like, Kira. See, I see that. I don't want to say Kira.
Bubba Gump said practice. We talking about practice. Archangel, my man. Let's go out of your Falcon mind and let's go Falcons. You damn right.
You got to meet Art too, man.
We got to meet Art was down there.
Absolutely.
False start. What up? JJ, what's up? Dynamite out of your Falcon mind. What's good, fellas?
All right. So we got an email, Mike. Let's get to it first because you guys can also email us if you want to at atlfalconfancast@gmail.com. Some folks not on Twitter. Some folks just don't like social media at all. So we just throw out the email address, and we've got some emails over the course of the show.
Don't have to pertain to football. If you want to ask us anything, just ask us.
Yeah, we've had some different questions. Yeah, that's true. This is from Raymond, man. He said, "What up, fam? Have just caught your show, Kurt, by way of Pound for Pound. Hey, appreciate that.
Pound for Pound.
Shout out to JR. That's right, JR and Jonathan, man. Another show. We have to get them on at some point too.
We got to get them.
Yep. On the last episode of y'all covering camp, you didn't really mention a whole lot about Ritter. Was that on purpose, or is he not really impressing? Hoping for the best, but not really sold yet. Oh, and I heard y'all were having a meetup in August. Is it similar to what Mad Mike and AFN did? Would be cool to come out and meet everyone. Really enjoy the content, fellas. Keep it up. Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it, buddy.
So I'm gonna answer that. We'll answer that in reverse. The meetup thing is August 19th, Taco Mac, 7 p.m. On Dallas Highway in Marietta. So it's on our Twitter. I'll probably put it on. I'll put it on YouTube too as a comment. And no, man, what Mad Mike and those guys did, they had a full-on fucking badass event. They had a DJ. They had Pastor Troy was there, man. They had they threw down.
Pastor Troy will not be at Taco Mac.
Will not be at Taco Mac.
I don't think Pastor Troy is coming to Taco Mac. Man, our arms are too short to box with that.
Exactly.
I'm not even going to attempt to do no shit like that. That shit. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm mad I didn't know about that at the time. Ain't no way I would have missed it. I'd have called off work to go to that shit. I would have been there. Oh my
Yeah,
God, I'm
man.
so mad I didn't know about it at the time. But no, it won't be. I don't think so. I
No,
didn't
no,
plan it
dude.
or anything
It's
like
not
that.
come
I'm
back.
just
No.
seeing it. But I'm almost sure it won't. I'm sorry, it won't. If you
No, we're
looking for
having
that, you need to call Mad Mike because we going to Taco Mac. You want some mozzarella sticks and a beer? You probably should come to us. But Pastor Troy will not be there.
oh
I'm
shit.
mad. I'm mad. I missed that.
Oh, damn it. Yeah, no, I mean, it's gonna little like Mike said, we're gonna have a few beers, man. It'll be after the second Falcons preseason game, obviously, so we'll be able to talk about that or whatever. But it'll be us, several other creators. I'm not gonna name them right now because I'll forget somebody. It's 5 or 6 or 7 of us. I don't even remember, man. Anybody's welcome though, man. Like anybody can come out if y'all want to come hang out, have a beer or whatnot, and talk Falcons, meet us, whatever. It's cool. But yeah, just
And I don't
totally.
even care if you want to talk. If you just want to come have a beer, hang out. Just come have a beer, hang out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, JR hit us up like in May and just said, hey, kind of floated the idea of like, this might be cool if y'all are in. I'm like, shit, yeah, let's do it. I mean, that's because a lot of us are on the same. Like Low is 15 minutes from me.
Big Low.
JR is 25 minutes from me. Like we're all kind of, some of us are in the same spot, so it's kind of worked out. But second part or the first part of his question was about. We didn't say a lot about. Well, I mean. No, I thought I'm trying to remember what we did say, but no, when we went to camp on Thursday, he only took a couple of deep shots. It really wasn't. One was the one. Yeah, one was the one that Akuda defended in the end zone, which was a good pass. It was just better play by Akuda.
He
and
took about 4 or 5, didn't he, John?
Yeah. I mean, most of the stuff was underneath or short, intermediate, which he was fine. Honestly, he was fine, and there just wasn't a whole lot to talk about. I mean, like it wasn't. And that's the thing with training camp. A lot of this stuff is set up. We don't know what the purpose of that play is or what the purpose of what they're doing. So they may be trying to run something on defense or run something on offense, and we don't even know. So I mean, it's kind of scripted that way. And then when they get on 11-on-11s, then they're trying to see some different stuff. But I mean, you're not going to even like Scott said on when I was on the show on Monday morning, like until you're really facing against a team that's got a different color uniform on, that's when you're really going to kind of find out about some guys.
And
I mean.
That's why I didn't really speak on it too much. I can be blown away when like impressed by something I saw at training camp or practice, but it's training camp, it's practice. So even if you break away or you throw an amazing pass, he kind of has an understanding that I ain't gonna get hit in the mouth.
Yep.
So how impressive is it if he kill it or if he fucking up? I mean, it's practice. He's supposed to try stuff at practice. He wouldn't try in the game. So I mean, I expect for you to fuck up, and I expect for you to look up, and for you to look great. But I can't judge it either way. It's practice. It's training camp.
Yeah, so and Arthur kind of mentioned it too that he didn't necessarily want Ritter to be checking down every time. Like if you're gonna just let it rip and try some deep shots, like now is the time to do it because
training camp. Yep.
You don't have there's no repercussions for it. Like if you just want to see like, do I have this timing down with this dude? Let it rip.
Could get it.
Let it go. I mean, so that's I got no problem with it, man. I mean, now if we get into the season, you start just making some dumbass throws, then we got a different issue. But like right now, no, they go out there and try everything, man. Try your long ball, try, back shoulder, like try everything you have in your arsenal right now to try to work out the timing with these guys. Like that's the best thing you can do. So yeah, this is
Man, I'm gonna tell you this, and I may do it on the next show. I'm about a step away from revoking the freedom of opinion for like Desmond haters, because I'll just be like, where everybody had their opinion. I'm out to I'm gonna take that back from y'all in a minute, because y'all ain't even making no sense at this point. So I mean, it got to make sense, but y'all not even making no sense with the man at this point. I'm about to revoke my free pass for freedom of speech.
No, I mean that's why I called this episode "We Talking About Practice," like because that's what I mean. Like folks are going like. And so listening to the Locked On Falcons this morning, I think with Aaron, and it was funny. Like what he said was true. He said, like everybody, if you ask anybody about a practice in like October, nobody gives a damn. They just want to know like who participated, and whatever. They don't care like who completed a pass or who didn't complete a pass. But now it's like it's the only thing to talk about. So you're glued into like every single play. And like shout out to Kevin Knight and Adnan and Mil McFadden at Falcoholic, man. They were tweeting out like nonstop this whole last training camp, like play by play, everything. So like you could literally not be there, but you know exactly what's going on every play because of those guys.
Shout out to the Falcoholic.
Yeah, man. And Daniel was there. Our boy Daniel Flick, Ice Pick, was there, do covering some stuff.
Ice Pick Flick.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's all. That's just the reason we didn't really. And plus, we were there. I mean, they're in shorts and t-shirt. We were looking at kind of the new guys on defense. We were looking at some of the Bijan, of course. Like like we were. That's kind of what we were just kind of focused on.
And the thing is, man, y'all have to understand with, especially me, I'm there as a fan. Like this podcast is new. I'm not even thinking about the podcast. I'm like, oh shit. Like I'm close to Atlanta Falcons. I wasn't even thinking about getting no pictures for the podcast or thinking about what type of tweeting out. I was there as a fan, and then I
Michael Jenkins was.
Oh yeah, the podcast. But I was there as a fan. I was excited just to be in the facility. It was my first time being at Flowery Branch facility, man. So I wasn't even thinking about nothing else, but just enjoy. It's a beautiful facility, man. Just the grass, the dorms, the trees, the way the landscaping was set up, the weather, the sun was just right. Oh, the cheerleaders. Oh, I love Atlanta.
The random dude that took a picture with us when we walked in.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, shout out to him. My man
Michael Jenkins, that's right.
My man Mike Jenkins. So Uncle Steve said the disrespect for my boy. Uncle Steve, please go check out.
Uncle Steve tweeted out. He's tweeted out a thing like for Felipe with I think it was like an old English pouring out.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, sorry, Mr. Frank. Sorry to see you go.
Yeah, man. And like I said, make sure y'all check out Uncle Steve every week, man. Fantastic show, man. I love it.
So I just want to tell this story really, really quick for if you didn't hear the last episode, because it's fucking hilarious. So as soon as we walk in the training camp, it's this dude and like a girl, right? It's like a ATL. It looked like a picture setup. And it's this dude and a girl, and they taking a picture. So I see that, and I'm saying, oh, that's a cool little like ATL. I want to have a picture right there. And then I was going to take 2 pictures. It was a cheerleader right there that looked so fucking good. I wanted one with her, and then a thing with John. So I started with John, and the dude, I'm thinking he was going to like leave with his wife, and he stayed in the picture. So I'm a little angry. I'm like, why is this dude in our picture? And then he put his arms around me and John. And I'm looking at John like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? Like, walk the fuck off, dog. Like, I don't know you. And I'm so furious. Like, what is this dude doing? He's trying to jump in our picture. And then I walked off. And then John's son said, that was Michael Jenkins. I should have known that. I cannot be a father. I'm sorry, Mike. I love you, buddy.
Man, I wish y'all could have seen his face, man. Mike was legit pissed off. I was pissed off.
So
damn funny, man.
I was like, what are you just in a random picture for, dog? Walk off with your wife. Like, why wouldn't he leave with his wife? You want to get in a picture with some men? And the whole time it was Michael Jenkins taking pictures with whoever was in line. I felt like an idiot.
It was hilarious.
Bubba Gump said, I almost ordered a Frank's jersey. Man, that's got to be $12 at the team. I don't even know if they make that one.
Oh, man. It's hilarious.
Archangel said, love meeting other Falcon fans and Falcons content creators. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, man. It was great, dude. It was great, man. All right. A little bit of news since we were on last, at least. Justin Ellis, Kimoko Toure was signed. That was after Goldman retired again. Mm-hmm. I just, hope the best for Eddie. I don't know what's going on with him, in his life. I mean, nobody really knows. I mean, that's he came the photo I saw of him when he reported for camp, man, he looked like he was been working out. He was out, ready to go, big motherfucker, But hey, nobody knows what anybody's going through. So, I doubt he'll get another shot, but like after this one, but because he's the one who reached out to the Falcons and wanted to come back, but he may have went outside and was like, damn, it's really hot out here. And I don't know if I really want to do that. You never know. I mean, but irregardless, Justin Ellis, man, played for the Giants. Big dude, man, just big, large, 350-pound, run stuffer up the middle, basically. If he makes a squad, that's what he'll be doing. And then interesting one, man, in Toure, because, come from the Colts, big body, pretty successful with the amount of time he was given with Indianapolis, but he just wasn't on the field a lot. So he might be interesting to watch, man, to see if he makes one of those edge type of positions on the team. But we shall see. And then, like we've already alluded to, they made a few cuts today. Chris Blair was cut, wide receiver. And a Chukwu who had already been fighting some injuries, and then I guess he got injured again on Wednesday, or I'm not sure the exact injury, but he was an undrafted free agent, pass rusher as well. And then Felipe apparently tore a tendon in his foot on Friday and kept playing. So shout out to him because I've done similar. I've tore ligaments and broke a bone in my foot playing basketball, and I finished out the game just thinking it was a bad sprain. That's not fun. Like, it's not fun at all. So shout out to him for being tough and trying to play it out. But coach says he's gonna miss about 3 months, and I still wouldn't be shocked, dude, if he came back on the practice squad.
No, I wouldn't, because he and I'd be saying this as a joke, but he has to know somebody within the. He's not good. He's not good, and I don't think anyone thinks he's good. But he knows somebody within that organization where, dog, you are a big man. You are a huge man, and you probably can run and jump high, so you can be on the practice squad. He knows he's getting a free $100,000 every.
Special teams, I mean, that's what he does, like that's it. And then they placed Ethan Greenridge on IR, which Ethan was like actually going to, kind of fighting for that left guard kind of backup position. Him, Hennessy, Bergeron type of deal. Then Hennessy's had his own injury issues. So Bergeron stepped in, and from what everybody says, looked good. Bergeron said he's learning from Grady, even like the guys on the defensive side, and Onyemata telling him kind of like, hey, like, is this, he's coming from playing left tackle to inside the guard. So, he was like, he said on one of the interviews that, stuff's happening a lot faster at guard. At tackle, you got a little bit more time, but at guard, it's like those guys are coming up middle. It's you got to react fast. So he said, like they're working with him on his hand placement and like just kind of get, like he sounded like he's just trying to learn from everybody. And obviously having Lindstrom and being next to Jake Matthews, all that stuff's going to be great for him, man. So I wouldn't be shocked at all if he wins that job, or if he just out of necessity has to start there, depending on how severe that injury is to Hennessy, by the time the season starts.
Man, he will justify his pick, man. I got faith in him to justify his pick.
Yeah, I think so too. And then we just signed this kid, Matthew Sexton from the Vegas Vipers from the XFL, another wide receiver. Not a big kid, 5'11", 175. Played his college career at Eastern Michigan, and then 2021 he was, I guess, with the Steelers, but didn't. I think he was on the practice squad because he didn't have any games. But last year with the Vegas Vipers, he played 10 games. He had 23 receptions for 364 yards, almost 16 yards per average. So don't really know. I mean, maybe probably a long shot, but again, you got 90 guys, you got to whittle it down. I mean, I think. And honestly, dude, outside of the injury to Franks, and we said it before, like when you have a competitive 53 you got to make, like see how and as deep as that tight end room already is, like I don't know how you bring him back anyway, like regardless of getting hurt. Like
man, but I'm gonna tell you why I enjoy it. I just think that you get the cream of the crop if in like that environment, and that environment where we competing at every position. It's not. The best thing he said was, and I mean this, man, even for when like Julio Jones and like Matt Ryan was there, the best thing I ever heard him say, with Arthur Smith wise, was he said no entitlement. There is no just you have been starting at this position, so you will be starting at this position. And there are some teams who do that just out of like loyalty and habit. But for him to come in and be like, young, I don't like Julio Jones can leave. Like Matt Ryan can leave, and then whoever else is playing can get your ass sat on the bench. That gotta put a fire under you because you can lose your job. You know what I'm saying? Like, and man, I think you saw that at training camp, John. Like everybody was rumbling, especially the defense was battling. Like you saw a lot of rumbling going on. You saw intensity at the first training camp where it was fans. It was the very first one. And they was already like at like about 95% at least. And I just think you get the cream of the crop in that environment. I cannot wait to see what it produces. I don't think we had that ever. It was entitlement, like the Falcon for life and all that other. I love Arthur Blank. That's my man, man. Good fucking dude. But you create entitlement when you start doing the things he was doing. And like Arthur Smith, like undid that shit.
In a hurry. I mean, like it was quick, and everybody these brought in since then, like all the coaching staff, the players, like they're all of that same kind of ilk because you ain't walk. I mean, you're not going to last if you're not. And just listening to like Nielsen had a little interview with Torrey McElhenney, and he said from the beginning, from the spring to now, like you can just see them getting like not a huge, not like he made a gigantic jump, but they get better and better. They've just consistently going up, and that's talking about the entire defense. And you see him on the field, dude. He's loud, he's intense, he's in their face. And then you got Jerry Gray over there working with the DBs. He's like literally like after somebody has a bad rep, he's not dogging him. He's just like, hey man, come here. And he just explains like, this is how this could have been done. He's just, I think having him back there, I mean, I think he might have been one of our underrateds from weeks ago, but like just having that guy, with the secondary, I mean, especially somebody like Okudah that's trying to really just prove himself this year, man, he could, pay huge dividends.
We talking about practice, not a game, but practice.
Hey,
we talking about practice.
Also,
hey,
Mike.
You damn right.
Also, Mike.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's my childhood hero. Hey, it's a space on this wall. I was thinking about putting him on the wall, but it don't got nothing to do with the Falcons. That's one of my favorite people on earth. I love him. It was him and Wayne. I love him and Lil Wayne. Like those are my two guys. Dre said, I'm still really confident Ritter will be fine, and those deep passes under and overthrows will be cleaned up. Where's Millie Mills? Because I know he coming. Hey, Millie gonna come in and throw something in the mix. Watch. I love it, Dre.
Yeah, we saw the one he did, like the one that was on the money to Pitts. I mean, that got like half the traction that the one he missed did. I mean, it's, it is what it is. And then one thing that was cool that we found out is, most of the time that the running backs or whatever position groups, they normally room like with their fellow running backs or fellow wide receivers, whatever, at the dorms at camp. So Bijan is rooming with all three quarterbacks. And yeah, exactly. And they asked Dez about it. And he was like, pretty smart idea, don't you think? I mean, and like, hell yeah. I mean, like as many positions as this dude is going to be, and many places he's going to be lined up across the field. I mean, for him to be in there to learn from like, not just Dez, but I mean, like Logan has a lot of experience in this league.
Yep.
I mean, and obviously Taylor. So, I mean, just having those guys around him and to just help learn. Brilliant.
Man,
idea.
I'm gonna tell you,
Brilliant
it
idea.
was one running back who I recall that the quarterback said he understood the game like they did, and it was Marshall Faulk. Spent time with the quarterback, so when he could read the defense the same extent you can, he know just where to go to help you. It's a helper. It's just Santa's little helper. I love that they're doing. We are making sense, and I don't know how it will translate on the field. But a lot of the off-season moves are just making logical sense, which is so much more than I could say for us in previous years.
Oh, yeah.
Bubba Gum said, I'd rather see interceptions in training camp than regular season. Yes, he has to test it out. I got to see if I can make the throw, if my arm is strong enough, if our timing is. I have to see in practice. That's what practice is for. Steph Curry, he shoot from half court in practice. I mean, that's just to see if he can make it. And sometimes in the game, he'll shoot that shit up and make it. He is unreal. He is crazy. Tyler, my man, said, what's up, fellas? Another great day to be a dirty bird. You damn right. Tyler's always
going on, Ty. Absolutely, man.
Bam. Say, hey, Mike, I will make sure you get an invite to the party. I enjoyed myself in Pastor Troy. See, that's Miss Pam was rocking with Pastor Troy. Where was I at? Young, y'all got to tell me next time y'all do that. Man, Mike, come on, man. Come on, man. Somebody got to tell me next time y'all get Pastor Troy and all this. Bub Gum said the Browns went undefeated in preseason and went 0-16. That's why you can't put all your weight on it.
Exactly.
Kendra, what's up? Miss Kendra said, hey,
good
fellas.
to see you. Yeah, man.
Pull out a little liquor for Felipe. Four-star Falcon said, Uncle Steve, it's so hard to say goodbye to Felipe Frank. He'll be back on the practice squad. He knows somebody.
Oh, yeah. Steve already did it.
40. Yeah. We all going to drink tonight. George, my man, George. Family.
What's going on, George?
What up? Out of my Falcon mind. Pam said, I was so happy to see you guys at my training camp and so happy to get a photo with your Out of Your Falcons mind shirt. I love it. It was great meeting you, Mr.
It was awesome.
That was so dope.
It was, like Mike said, man, made our day, man. Absolutely.
Jaw said, I'm out here a little late, but hey, I'm glad to have you, Jaw. Man, I can't
Oh,
have you
good.
missing, buddy. Hopeful, my man. Love you,
There's my
buddy.
boy Tyler from
That
TMB
my man,
podcast.
Ty.
Yeah, that's right. Well, actually, me and Chase got in there in the TMB show earlier this week, and we created a little havoc. They were talking about the receivers, and we got into a Brandon Ayuk versus Drake London type of thing, and
That's
got Brian all
hilarious.
flustered. It was hilarious, and I don't think that Drake London's better than Ayuk yet, but it was just funny to try to get Brian going. It was great.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of got him flustered, but it was funny. Hopefully, hopeful. What's up, man?
What's up, buddy? False start said, Ritter's a gamer.
Yeah, if you
I
watch,
believe it.
yeah, I mean, just watch some of the game tape, man. I mean, like it's. Oh, and speaking of that, I saw Nick how you say his name, man? Pentecoff. I can't remember on Twitter. Had a little neat stat today. Yeah, Pentecoff. During the 2021 college season, Ritter had an adjusted completion percentage of 54% on 20-plus yard passes, which ranked him better than C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, Will Levis, and Brock Purdy that year.
Now, y'all don't want to hear that.
I mean, yeah, it's college, but I mean, it's not like he's never thrown a deep ball in his life before, guys. Like he had a lot of passing yards in college. He hit a lot of deep balls. Like it's just it's just him figuring out the timing with the guys that he has. So yeah, like Dre said earlier, I'm still confident, man. I mean, like I got no reason not to be at this point. I mean, until he shows me otherwise, then we're good to go. Yeah, Chase, man. He said another day closer to some Falcons football, baby. That's right, man.
The Back It Up Binge podcast. The over-under for Falcons is 8.5. Do they get 9 wins?
Oh, hell yeah.
So in effect, yeah. Oh, we definitely get 9 wins, buddy. Don't even question that.
We got 7 wins last year. 5 of those came with Marcus Mariota. So yeah, I mean,
God bless Dean Pease.
With a insanely better roster, yeah, it's not even close, man.
Dre said, I love the cross training the Falcons got going on when you got to know what others are doing. That's what Bill Belichick does on the field to know you, to help you perform better. That's what Bill Belichick, you got to know your job and other people's job. Bill Belichick stops his players in the hallway. It's a thing at Patriots training camp where they'll stop you in the hallway and they ask you, they just blurt out a play. And you have to blurt out what you're supposed to be doing and what someone else is supposed to be. So you got to know all the things. That's how they win.
Yeah, I mean, and Dez actually said that at his press conference. Like they'll actually quiz Bijan. Like they'll just like start it. Like they'll yeah, exactly. Well, they'll start the play like whatever the first wording is to a play. He has to finish it. Whatever they got to figure it out. It's like so. Yeah, it's just and like he said, and like Art said. Everybody needs to know what each other's doing. Like that's the best way that everybody can be successful. And like you just said too. So yeah, man, that's exactly right.
John said, "Hey, out of your Falcon mind, what's up, Big John?
What's going on, man? What's going on?"
Sean said, "Which position group matchup are you looking at closest during next week joint practices with Miami?" I'm gonna ask Lisa. I ain't even looking. We need Lisa to go down. Take some good pictures, get some good inside information, and bring it back. That's what Miss Lisa Shepard, we counting on you.
Yeah,
but
man.
You asking me which position group matchup?
Yeah, go ahead.
Man, I'm really looking at cornerbacks more than anything else. I just want to see what the corners are doing more than anything. I'm really interested. We got a lot of talent at cornerback. I say this, a lot of potential at cornerback. I want to see if that manifests to talent.
Yeah, same. I mean, we watched Clark do his thing, and he did his thing several days at training camp. D still doing a great job there too. Trey Flowers maybe be causing some noise. You never know. I mean, like it's that for sure. I want to see what happens at left guard, but again, it's kind of based on the health of Hennessy and what else we're going to have there. Like I said, I want to see I want to see the movement of the linebackers. I want to see where Caden's lined up. I want to see where Troy's lined up. I want to see where Michael Walker is lined up. What groups they're in. I want to see where AK's coming from. I want to, like those type of things. Like, cause we got to see a little bit of it, just when we were there, kind of the different formations, how they were lined up, where they had a player's position. And you kind of get an idea of kind of like, okay, here's a 4-3 setup, kind of what you expected on certain guys, certain places. The rotation will probably depend on who we're going against to play the scheme, whatever. But yeah, I think that'll be kind of what I'm looking at. I mean, other than that, I mean, most of the positions are kind of already set. I mean, wide receiver 4, 5, that's like, you still got Frank Darby just having a good camp. Shout out to Frank.
Shout out to Frank. That's my man.
Penny Hart's having a good camp. So, that 4 or 5 receiver spot still kind of up for grabs, if you ask me. The 3, obviously we know Mac, we know Drake, we know Scotty Miller. I don't think they're going anywhere. So, kind of after that, JJ Arcega-Whiteside, gigantic wide receiver who could possibly make some noise too. Yeah, man, it's a good problem to have for the first time in a long time.
The Back It Up Bench podcast said, new viewer. Good show, gents. Thank you, buddy. Dolphins fan here. Ooh, I want to talk to you next week. I love it. Dolphins fan here, but love hearing about other teams. Keep up the good work. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate it, man. Dolphins fan at the Out of Your Falcon Mind podcast. I love you for that, buddy. Thank you.
We'll make sure to drop a sub, man. If you're still here, we'll do that for you for sure. Hopefully helpful. Thank you, brother.
Hopefully helpful. Oh, come on, man. Thank you, buddy. Keep rising, fellas. I keep hearing about that defense and secondary, so no sweat on those interceptions. Shout out to you, sir, because you are the shit to me. Thank you for always supporting us so much, buddy.
Absolutely,
it really means the much. It really, I can't even talk. I just said it truly means the much. Now, does that make any sense?
The much does it mean, though? Yeah, it's really
How much does it mean? It does mean a lot, man. I love y'all, man. Seriously. Thank you, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure. No, and he's right. I mean, the defense is going to be, and we'll get to some of the pressures and like what some of the players had to say too. But yeah, I mean, exactly right. Yeah, kind of the same thing, Chase.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Chase.
Yeah, he Chase might. Said from what I'm,
he may be
Chase,
returning kicks or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he said from what I'm reading, Mike Hughes has been a disappointment. Yeah, I mean, kind of seen the same thing, man. To be honest with you.
John said, "Man, to hush all the talk and shut up all the experts. Just hit everyone's. Hold on, just hit everyone's every Sunday in the mouth. That's all I want, Mr. John. Just punch him in the mouth. This is the first team that we will had in years that I believe will be tough on offensive defense, like tough people. Like, yeah, I believe it's gonna be some hitting, and I think it'll be some fighting at the Dolphins camp.
Yeah, they're probably
because it's truly that competitive. I believe that the players got a chip on their shoulders. I believe it'll be a fight or two.
Yeah, you know what though, in that corner, those corners are going to be tested because they have some speedy ass wide receivers.
Yep.
So they're going to be tested. Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. I mean, if they're in there doing their thing, that's going to be some tough guys to hang on to. So talking about some of the stuff at camp, man. Michael Walker interviewed with Tori Akolani, Scott Blair. And we've talked about Michael a few times because, it's his 4th year now. Up and down, played all over the place, but, it's his third defensive system in his 4th year of playing. So, they kind of ask him, whether or not he likes coming off the edge better than he likes being on the inside. He just said he doesn't care. He'll play wherever. And that's kind of the setup how the scheme is, if he's outside, that's fine. If he's inside, that's fine. Because he can kind of do a little bit of both. He's okay in coverage. We hadn't seen him rush too much just because I think that's how the scheme was last year. But he said, he watched film last year. He knows what he has to do to improve. He's one guy I'm hoping for, man. I hope that because like I said, another low round, pick that, if he pans out to be a solid player, then man, great. And one thing he said too, he said he's seeing Grady take his game to a new level already.
I told y'all.
So that's just fun to hear. I don't care if he's, that's just fun to hear, man. So Art said, which player?
We hadn't even seen the peak of Grady because he's getting double team and triple team. Man, can you imagine when it's fair? It's going to be unfair as soon as it's fair. If you catch my drift. Oh, it's going to be unfair as soon as it's fair. And for Kyle Pitts too. It's going to be unfair as soon as it's fair. It will be it ain't no checking Kyle Pitts. You point me out who's going to check Kyle Pitts. You point me out who blocking Grady Jarrett. That's why when they say, oh, he ain't in the top 10, I say, all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, talk all y'all shit and get it all out now. Because in about another month, the shit I'm going to talk, it's going to be unfair. So like my man, Archangel, which player are you out of your Falcon mind for this season, John and Mike? John, I'm gonna let you go this first. I'm gonna let you tell you
this. Hard not to be for Bijan, man. Just to see what he's gonna be able to do in this offense. That's just the easy one. on defense, really, man, I want to see Troy, man. I want to see Troy just like blossom this year and just take off. And Caden Ellis in his press conference, he said Troy's really starting. He's seen him just really starting to excel since he's been here. Like he said his awareness super high, which we kind of knew. He's a smart dude. He's a smart kid, And so I mean, like it makes sense. But I want to see Troy do his thing, man. I want to see Jeff. I want to see Jeff succeed too, man. Like I like seeing players. I know he was the 3rd overall pick, but I like seeing players who hit adversity and come out on the other side of it, like at the top. Like instead of just letting that kind of get, because the man's got talent. He was drafted number 3 overall for a reason. I saw him play a lot in college. Was a good damn corner, So maybe a bad spot in Detroit. Maybe it wasn't a good spot for him. Who knows? But injuries happen. I'm rooting like hell for him too. I mean, for sure. But yeah.
I love it. So I'm gonna say mine on defense is Clark Phillips. I want to see him win the starting job and excel. His skill set is jumping balls. I want to see some. He's a small guy, but he can jump a route. I want to see him be like disciplined so he don't get burnt. But I want to see some pick sixes because we never get those with a defense score. He's my man, so I'm really excited to have him on our team. On offense, I'll be honest, the person I'm most out of your Falcon mind on is CP. I think CP is gonna bring electricity in other ways that we can't even understand. I mean, he may do it as a kick returner. He gonna catch passes. I'm gonna see him lace him. That's a big man. He gonna blindside somebody on a block. Like he gonna get a reverse. He gonna throw for a touchdown. CP, I'm telling you, will be the pocket knife, the little Swiss Army knife. I mean, like. I look forward to how in the ways he can be used because I think he could do a little bit of everything. I'm excited for him. And I don't think he have no problems with his carries because his like carries like will drop, but his like other things, he'll throw a ball or two, trust me. He'll do a reverse. He'll be able to block. He'll catch some passes. He'll kick return. I'm excited for
him. Yeah, 100%, man. I agree with that.
Ooh,
yeah, that would have been nice.
Drake versus Ramsey, the rematch, but yeah.
Adam said, "Do you think Darby will make the 53-yard route for that guy?" We all do, man. We all do.
Man, we all love Darby, man. We hope he make it. That's my dude.
It was great, man. I watched his interview on the side or after practice, and not only is obviously his personality is infectious, but like he 100% gets it too. Like he said, he was like, man, I'm in my, what's it, 3rd year, 4th year, whatever it is. He's like, I have no excuses. He said, I just have to put it together on the field. He's like, I've done pretty well, but like now I have to just put it together and do my thing. And he is so excited, dude, about what he's seen on the team. Like he said, it's completely different. I mean, like watching these guys on offense, on defense. I mean, and then, like every player, like the players that have been here for the last 2 or 3 years, they all echo the same thing. Arthur said this is the most fun he's ever had coaching.
I mean,
like, you can see a difference in him. I mean, it's not just the mustache. I mean, by the way, if we go 4-0, damn it, I'll do the mustache.
Oh yeah.
We should do it. We go 4-0, both of us will do the mustache. We'll shave the beard, just do the mustache.
Damn right.
Now. Chase said, I'll take Zach. That's a great choice. Yeah, Zach. What a surprise. And what a great surprise he's been. Because like I said, I didn't – and not that I know he's a 3rd-round pick, but I wasn't expecting him to come in and just like show out and, and again, it's training camp, but still he's done really damn good in training camp. So, dude, if he can be a guy this year, then shit. I mean, to me, I wasn't expecting really much maybe until year 2 or 3, but –
That's the same thing I said.
Yeah, and and listen to him speak too, man. He was talking about carrying the helmets and bringing snacks to the guys. And, he was like, man, I learned so much from these guys, which we all talked about, with being in the same room with Grady and Onyemata and Bud Dupree and everything. He's like, I learned so much from these guys every day in practice. The least I can do is take their helmets and get them snacks. So, I mean, like, he's got a great – I mean, it's good to see rookies not complaining about the rookie treatment because you've seen that in the past. You've seen rookies like get offended by it or like, I'm too good for that. Like, no matter. Like, you just, you're not going to last on this team if you're like that. Did y'all see Pitts on Good Morning Football? I did see he was on it. I did not see the interview, but I did see he was on it. I'll have to go watch that later, man. Mike and I barely made the show tonight. We were working all day, man. Ark said, I love it, Chase. I'll say Akuda. Yeah, man. for sure, for sure.
So my man Ox said, I can't lie, I'm very excited to see what Zach going to do against the Dolphins. Me too. I just want to see how far he's come so far. I want to see what's because, like I said, like John said, I think I said 2 or 3, like man, 2 or 3. You know, I wasn't, and I'm not saying he sucked. I'm just saying there are some players that you see as a project, and I saw him as a project. But he might prove me wrong. He might not be a project. He might be just, he might be good like that. So. My man Michael said, out of your Falcon mind, fire. I love it. Hopefully, hopeful. Just scooped up Darby's rookie card. Dog, you got to take a picture of that. That's my man. I love it. I love that. You got to show that.
I kind of do too.
I got Darby making the 53. Dog, I would be thrilled. He was the first player that spoke to me at training camp. I said, hey, Frank. And he did like that. I said, that meant the world to me, man.
That was during a play too, after a play.
Yeah, it was during a play. He did something. I said, Frank. Then he was the first one to spoke. That's my man.
Yeah.
Sean said, Darby, as much as I enjoy him as a person and a locker room guy, is not good enough to make this 53-man roster. He'll be on the practice squad. He will be on the practice squad regardless. Yeah. I guarantee you. I'm just hoping he because it's like John said. I don't want to see you peak in like year 2. Like I want to see you keep growing the same way that we all did. That we all do in life. I just would hate to see you because you are a fun player, man. It would be fun to have you on like making plays. But like you said, if you can't, it's competitive now, bro. But like I said, he probably stepped his game up because he has to. So I'm sure he hitting a little hard on the sprints. He hitting the weight room harder than ever. He hitting the film room harder than ever. So Frank will be his best self. And I don't know if that's better than the players that he'll be competing against for that spot. That's a hard thing to do, man.
That's the thing, man. You look around the room, you're like, oh shit. Like,
shout out to Frank. He will be on the practice squad though.
Yeah, man, for sure. Yep.
Darby, yeah. Curry said, I did see Pitts on Good Morning. Shout out to you, Curry, for watching that. Good Morning Football. Love it. He had high praise for Ritter and Bijan. I love it, man. Was he sharp, Curry? Tell me my man was fly.
Caden actually said too. I wrote it down because I was. He said in his press conference he was surprised about Ritter's arm strength. He didn't know he had that. He was like, because he played against them last year, obviously won the Saints. He said looked like that had got a little better. So that was good to hear. Dirty said, Chase said I was big on Zach after the Bulldog versus Ohio matchup. Watching him come off the ball in person at a live game, he's a mistake. Yeah. Dude. I mean, like. His size and speed, it's just he couldn't consistently put it together at Ohio State. When he did, it was like, oh, this is the guy. This is a 5-star recruit. But I think if he puts it together now, man, we're in a good spot, man.
My man Archangel said Darby is so down to earth and such a funny and energetic guy. That's why we all love him, dog. We want him to make that. Man, I will rock the Frank jersey. I will get me a Darby jersey if he make the team. You got to make it though, Frank. Pam, he strike me as the player who would like come on this show out of all the Falcons. Frank would do the show.
That's true. That's true.
That's my dude. Miss Pam said the offense. I'm looking forward to seeing engine number 9. I got to use that. Ritter shock the world. I support him completely and believe he and Falcons team bring home the Lombardi trophy. That's what I'm talking. Miss Pam, I love it. We bringing home that trophy. I am ready for the long overdue parade in Atlanta. That is long overdue, and that will be epic. It will be no parade like ours. It will pale. Anybody else's will pale in comparison to the one that will be in Atlanta if we win the Super Bowl. No one's going to work.
Yep. Oh hell no, not at all. They're going to make that a holiday. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Arthur Blank did speak to everybody this week, and nothing groundbreaking. I mean, he said that 3rd year of the plan. And he's got faith in Ritter to be the long-term quarterback. Good to hear. Ritter said that was comforting to hear Arthur say that he has that type of faith in him. He said, it's we have as much, if not more, offensive tools than any other team in the league. Which, I mean, we just talking about it. We all agree about that. It's funny. He said Mickey Loomis, who is the GM at the Saints, whenever we got Terry, he called him and was pissed because he was like, dude, I've been grooming this guy for 18 years to take my job when I retire. And you just snatched him up and took him from me.
Yeah.
So I'm putting a smile on my face because it's always good to take, take it from the Saints.
Always good to hinder those guys.
Yeah, and they asked him about the running back position, about how we had a discussion about the pay and stuff like that, and he said, to him it's more about the player than the position, which is right. I mean, it's more about what the player can do. And the more he can do, the more the more money he's probably going to make himself, because he makes himself more valuable to the team. If all you can do is run, you can't catch, you can't block, you can probably be replaced fairly easily. So that's I'm with that. They asked him about Matt. They said, "Is Matt welcome in the organization, buddy?" And he said, "Matt is welcome back anytime he wants it. He's like a seventh child to him, buddy."
Oh, you gotta I'm gonna tell y'all this. It would mean the world to me to, in some capacity, let the man young. That is, and I always say this. I'm too young for what's his name, man? Hank Aaron. All right. But he's a great ambassador for the state of Georgia. Like, that man did the most for us. But then, like, Matt Ryan to me was the greatest ambassador for the state of Georgia that there ever was in my lifetime. The most classy, the most professional, the dude who represented it like nobody else. I just want to see him do something within the organization. If I get it, the first thing I told John was, John, man, I'm like 2 years too late for Matt Ryan. As soon as we got to training camp, I turned around to John. I said, "Dog, this was 2 years ago. I'd have got to meet the man." And I told John, man, I would have jumped this barricade. I'd have ran onto the field. I'd have got tackled, but I'd have got to meet the man. But I just love was in some capacity bring the man back so he can talk to the fan. Can you imagine if that was him instead of like Mike Jenkins? If that was him taking the pictures instead of
no, he couldn't even do that. You have to have like a security around him.
Security would have had to been around Matt. So I just want to, as like a consultant, as I don't know if you have a job for somebody to help the fans out, somebody do something. I don't know, but just I would love to, and that's comforting to hear. He's always welcome back in the building.
Yeah, and he said you'll probably see a lot more of him when his playing career is officially over. Because he hasn't officially retired yet. And he's still doing the TV thing. He's gonna be in the booth, so he may love that. He may just be. We already know he's good as far as the studio goes, but we haven't seen him do a game yet. So maybe he'll be really good and want to do it. So who knows, man? But no, it was just good to see Arthur. I mean, Arthur on board with everything. I think, like you said earlier in the show, him going, with the whole Julio's a Falcon. I think if he could do that over, he probably wouldn't have done that again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So I think he understands as a businessman, like the plan that that Terry and Arthur's kind of set forth and the guys they want to bring in. So yeah, I mean, I think he's totally on board for all that. And then Desmond too, man. I mean, he spoke and he sounds just like a vet. I mean, like a seasoned pro, man, as far as dealing with the media. Like, he's got that all figured out. I mean, the only thing is he might have said obviously about 300 times. It was like me on that one show where I said 100% like 75 times. Yeah. I mean, I started noticing it as the press conference. I mean, he really says obviously a lot. I mean, but it's okay. We all have our things. I do it too. It's all good. Yeah, he just said, Bijan's has a lot to different things to learn, man. We're at the place he's going to line up. So it's great that he's as invested as he is. Bijan's talking about watching damn, what's his name? From Devontae Adams. Talk about watching him run routes and what he does with his feet, stuff like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. He said he's built up a nice rapport with Kyle, man. They hung out in the off season. They golfed, just got to know each other and everything, which is obviously super important. And then making sure everybody's on the same page, takes a prep very seriously. He said his biggest jump from last year to this year is he's able to spit out the plays with no problem whatsoever. Like, he's got it down now. It's just completely different than last year. Really understands the game plan. And he talked about the back end of the defense is hard to miss those guys, how physical they've been playing all camp and the style they've been bringing, playing tough. I mean, just good stuff that you want to hear. The very first thing we noticed, and it was just the competition in general. I mean, that's when everybody asks me what's the best thing about camp, that's to me, it's that. It's just the competition. It's like the level has been ratcheted up so much from years past, man. And it's no diss to the guys we've had here before. They are what they are. They were what they were. They were 1 year players, 2 year players, whatever. They helped get the team here, but you can just see now where we might have made moves in year 1, year 2 of Arthur and Terry. We were like, what? But now it's all kind of makes sense. You kind of see why they did what they did, why they're building what they're building. I mean, the folks that are worried about Dez, I mean, there's no reason to worry yet in my eyes, because he's had 4 games of which he improved on, and he's still yet to play this season. So like, we're not going to see anything really until that whole starts. So, and then talking also, like I said, Caden talking about it, man, he said, this is what made me excited too. Talking about Nielsen and his defense, he said, yeah, we're going to bring pressure from all over the field. He said, we want to be the guys that, and Nielsen said this too. He reiterated this in talking to Torrey Mecklin. He said, we want to be the dictators, not the one being dictated to.
Yes.
So they want to force the offense to make issues, have issues and have problems, not the other way around. And Caden just said, playing for him and going back and watching some Saints film, yeah, you can see, yeah, they do bring guys from every position. You don't know where they're coming from.
Yep.
And that's the type of thing he wants to do here in Atlanta, which is great. I mean, that's what we saw Michael Walker coming off the edge, and we were there, which we didn't see hardly at all last year. So you're going to see different things. And so that does get, it sounds like they want to have like not a positionless defense, but similar type of style. Whereas, and you really don't know what the hell's coming at you, just like we want our offense to be.
Firing squad, and you don't know who has like the loaded gun, and I love it. I'm gonna tell you what, if you're a Falcon fan, you're a real Falcons fan, like you watch the games. I mean, you watch the full game. The most frustrating part of being a Falcon fan that watches the game is third down on defense. We never get off the field. We could stop them too. Then you say, oh man, it'll be 3rd and 10. And you might be like, oh, we got this. We
or longer.
Or longer. And they get it almost like, it seems like at like a 90% clip. You like, how? And then this long drives, and we just never get off the field. Like, it's the most third down for an Atlanta fan is like, we can't bring pressure. He got all day to throw. Drew Brees would sit back there on third down on us and just, he looked through 4 options before he got to 5 and throw. And it's like, come on, man. And I don't have that happening this year. Man, Dean Pease did the best he could do for what he had. But man, with Jared Gray, I think that with them coming on your ass from the defensive line and the coverage, we're going to rack up some sacks this year. And I'm not saying that we're going to lead the league or nothing like that, but it won't be comparable to last year. You will see that. And I think that even on, it's what I say when I say we can beat anybody. So when I say, man, I think we're going to Super Bowl, we're going to undefeated, it's not unrealistic, because this is what I'm saying. We can put up 30 on anybody. We got the weapons to put up 30, like if it pans out. And the defense, we have the coaching and the talent to stop you from scoring 30.
Yep.
So there's no team that we, man, barring Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, because there's no stopping him. There's no scheme for that shit he do.
There really is.
There's nothing. There's no stopping Patrick Mahomes. You can hang that shit up. But everybody else, I believe we can get. Patrick Mahomes is an alien. I don't know anybody. He throw the football like a baseball, and it's spot on accurate. He could throw it on the run. I seen him do it with his left hand. He throw it across his body, which they tell you to never do. I seen him do it with perfect act. I seen him flick the ball. He can do no wrong. He's different. But I think that anybody else that we can stop you from scoring 30 points, and we can score 30.
Yeah. 100%. And they asked Caden about going against the offense. And he said, the positionless offense, where he said makes it super hard for the defense to call plays that they're comfortable with, because.
Ooh, I love it.
So, because, they may.
Better though.
Exactly. Yeah. They're just going to make them better, but, but they'll also translate to whoever we're playing. It's going to make, we come out of whatever position, whatever formation we come out with. And all of a sudden, Bijan goes out wide, or there's movement starts happening. Because, dude, when we were at camp, there was movement all the freaking time. It was different guys. I mean, like it was literally what we were hoping to see, but it was like everybody's all over the place. You don't know what you're looking at. You don't know where the play's supposed to go. Dez could check out of that play into another play. I mean, like there's just so many different things that we can do with the offense.
And that Dez was running. Yeah. So it was a lot of plays where Dez just took off, design run. Yeah. I'm like, man, you don't know what's coming.
Yeah. Yeah. And he said, one thing he's noticed with Ritter is his he's in complete control. Like the offense 100% is bought into him. It's behind him, leader, everything that we've talked about, all the intangible stuff. He's like, yeah, you can easily see that from the defensive side of the ball. He said, talking about the offensive line, he said, man, they work so well together. He said, you can easily see why they were so good at running the ball last year, because their communication, they know what each other's doing, their physicality, everything is like. He said, we're going to do the same thing again this year. He said, nobody's going to be able to line up and just stop those guys when they get going. So just, all good stuff. That's the first time Caden had really spoken since, he got signed, at least, to the media. So really cool to see. They said he was lining up. He lined up in the middle a lot, but he will move into a secondary position as well. Again, kind of keeping that guessing game going for the offense, not really knowing, like, okay, well, he's not the Mike anymore. Now it's Troy or whatever. So, I mean, it's just different, man. It's so different for us, man. It's just to have that to talk about and to look forward to, because it's been so damn long since we've had that. And Kyle Brandt on Good Morning Football picked us as the dark horse for the season's #1 offense. How about that?
I love Kyle, man.
He does give us some love. He does give us some love. Him and
Kyle's fair.
Yeah, Mina Kimes always, she shouts out Atlanta quite a bit too.
Love her too.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's hit the chat, then we'll get into breaks on your skates. We haven't done in a long time.
Breaks on your skates.
Let's see. I forgot where I was at. I don't want to miss. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Jalen, what's up, man?
Jalen, what's up? Yeah, Darby, a real one. Gave me his gloves last year. That's what I'm saying, dog. How many people speaking good of this man? We gotta have him, man.
I know.
Michael said Hollins has proved we do have a wide receiver too. After all, though, Michael ain't lying.
Dude, physical freak, man. I said it on Scott's show the other day on Monday. Looks like a damn cage fighter, man. Like, he's lean, he's tall, he's cut, man. Obviously awkward as hell, eats with his hands, doesn't wear shoes, whatever. But who gives a damn? As long as he can catch a ball and run over people, that's good, man. Yep. Eat with your hands on it. Eat with your damn feet. I don't care what you eat with, as long as you're out there doing that.
Eat with your feet.
Whatever, man. Whatever you can do.
Medieval time style. Chase said Ritter has been cooking these last few days. Yep, he just heating up, Chase. He got the oven on preheat.
It's crazy.
It's just on preheat.
So you mean
cooking yet?
He got better after the first couple of days. That's crazy, right? That's a weird concept. What?
So hold on, John. He improved gradually over time? I didn't even know. Wow. That's crazy.
I don't believe it.
Millie Mill. I told you he was coming. Millie, come on. Hey, Millie. Play the start of the show back. I knew you was coming in. My man Archangel said, that's the only parade I'm calling out of work for, is the Falcons Super Bowl parade, point blank parade. I'm telling you, man, I'm not going for a week. The drugs, you know what? I'm in trouble. The sober, I forgot my situation. Never mind. Chase said, Maddie motherfucking Ice will retire Dirty Bird. I will be in the building for that Ring of Honor ceremony. I don't care what those tickets cost and whatever. And I will be at the Hall of Fame. I did not go to the Allen Iverson one, which I'm really sad about. He went with Yao Ming and whoever else went with him. But and I think that Allen Iverson is going to induct Dwayne Wade is who he picked. So I enjoy that, but I won't miss Matt Ryan. I won't miss his Hall of Fame one. I will go fly to wherever I need to fly to, and I'll be in the ring. And we all should. The stadium should be full.
Absolutely. And if that's not sold out, there's something wrong. Yeah. Hey, and shout out to Arthur Smith too. He said he knows that number 2 and 11 are not retired, but he won't give anybody those numbers.
That is respect. Thank you. That is respect. I did not know that, Johnny Yates. He said that recently.
Yeah, this week.
Shout out to him. Now that's respect. He don't even have to do that.
He just keeps adding to the. And I tweeted this too, and like
that
just
is,
on a
bro, I like that, John.
Just look, man, on a personal level, like, I really hope this dude succeeds, man.
Yeah.
Like, because I really like him. Like, the more I've watched him over the years, first he kind of rubbed you the wrong way with his,
he did,
kind of surly press conferences, and like, with your team sucks, you can't really be an asshole because your team sucks, but now it's like you kind of see like that dry, like, sarcasm, like at every, because not everybody, and that's totally cool. I mean, I'm a 100% nerd, and I watch every press conference, and I mean, like, anything, like, I'm glued to it because, number one, again, I'm a nerd, but we have the show, so that's another reason. But he's just hard not to root for, dude. Like, he's so, like, just, you can already, the change in the culture and the atmosphere on the team with the fans. everything is different. A lot of it, and it all started with him, man, from the time he came in to what he started changing. So I mean, as a fan, of course, I wanted to be successful, but on a personal level, like I really want him to be the dude who brings the Super Bowl, man, because I think,
And
it'll be amazing.
He personally changed our culture. And
Yeah.
that didn't come from Arthur Blank, and that didn't come from that came from him. So dog, if I won't say the dude's name, but we had a coach that tried to change our culture, but he did it with cookies and hugs and high fives. And he really changed it. He really changed it. So I really hope, like everybody said, I hope he the dude that bring us. And the reason I enjoy him, man, he really is silly. He just he can't be like me, but he's a silly person. As if
Dude,
you pay attention, he like to have fun. But that you just told me, I did not know, John, and he just gained 1,000 cool points for that. I appreciate it.
and for those that didn't see it or don't know, Orlando Ledbetter of the AJC,
Hilarious.
Yeah, right. Did you saw this, right? So he missed the first couple of days. Art typed up a letter and gave it to him when he was back, and it ended up, it was just this like professional letter saying he was fined $500 for missing the first couple of days. So and then Orlando brings in this gigantic ass check for $500, and he said, you can give it to whatever charity you want, and Art was like, hey, I'll match it, and and when they asked him about the mustache, he was like, his lifestyle choice is not for everybody. I mean, just just
he's hilarious,
shit, man. Yeah, it is hilarious.
Sam said Matt Ryan is a class act, and we can never forget that. Michael said Ryan needs a job with the Falcons, like the Braves give I'm talking. I mean that. Just do something. I mean, just do something, because we would love him in the building, man. As the commentator, as something. We adore that dude. Like, that's our man forever. Dre said the city will be shut down when we in the Super Bowl for a few days. Can you imagine the cleanup?
No.
When all of us in the street, oh man, that's gonna be epic. Jay says, "What's good, Falcons fan? What's up, Jay?" Jalen Jones said, "I'm on the first thing smoking back to Atlanta for that." Yeah, you damn right, Jalen. You got to be there. Curry, you got to come too. You are honorary.
Damn right.
ATLN. So Curry said, "Is anyone watching the game tonight? I wish the Falcons were playing, but hey, getting close. I would not be watching, but
I'll turn it on. I'll turn it on. It's football. I'll watch it. See what's going on. I'm recording it right now, so I can catch it later after the show. So let's see.
Millie. Okay, hold on. Here we go. We got the next Brett Favre brewing in Britta. Or is that? Oh, Millie came with it. Millie came with praise for Ritter. I love it. Millie done came around. Man. The next Brett Favre brewing in Ritter.
Never know.
Scumbag of a person, but one of my favorite NFL
right?
players.
Jesus.
Crazy person. Miss Pam said, best part of camp watching my defense dominate. Because of that, my offense will get better. Yes. And because 100%. Of your offense, your defense will get to rest finally, which is unheard of for a Falcons defense. Hopefully, Opal love that Nelson interview and his stash. Yeah, they all got crazy little. Yeah, I love it.
Damn right.
Hopefully, RD is going to create turnovers this year. I believe Clark Phillips, Troy Anderson will get fumbles and interceptions. I agree with you. He said, and those third downs will look a whole lot better. Yes, I hope. My man Berto said, fellas, Dave Huxtable is specifically going to be the most underrated coaching hire for our Atlanta Falcons in regards to defense. I'm going to tell you something, man. We don't go against Berto here on Out of Your Falcon Mind. So I don't know what Berto's. I didn't even know we have somebody named Dave Huxtable. That's hilarious. I thought it was a joke at first, but I don't know who that is, Berto. And I don't know who that is. Who is that, John?
He came over from Alabama. He was a defensive analyst there, and he goes back to, I believe, NC State with Nielsen and back in those days. So he's very, 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 very intelligent defensive mind. So great pickup by the defense.
I don't think Berto has been wrong yet. So I'm just gonna say, hell yeah, Berto. I agree with you. Dre, third down on both sides, man. That third down. If you a Falcon fan, that is, oh man, I done lost plenty of years off my life. The back it up binge, 12 and December the 3rd at Jets. Shut them down for my fans. We got you covered, buddy.
That'll be a huge win if we could.
Dog, you got to revisit the podcast after the practices because we want to talk to you about how it went.
Didn't Coach
Millie
K work with
Mills.
him? He did, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure did, man. Oh
Man,
yeah,
I kind of wish he was there as like a consultant, but you can't have two bosses. He couldn't,
nah.
because he is the man. There's no sharing it with him.
Mhm.
Miss Pam said, "I love the rookie spotlight the Falcons website did. The best is Bijan." Yes, yep.
Yeah, fantastic. And you can see why he is. It was like, I think it was Phil Heath a few years ago, Mr. Olympia, if y'all follow that at all, probably not. But he was in I think it was Generation Iron. It was one of the 2 or 3, Generation 2, Iron 2 or 3, I can't remember. Anyway, he said, and it's a saying that's been told by a lot of folks, but, said when hard work always beats talent, but when talent works hard, then you can be unstoppable. And that's kind of what Bijan, I mean, like, that's what Art said too, it's their job to make Bijan realize what he's really capable of, because some things come so easily to him that it doesn't to others.
Michael Vick.
That they can really realize, make him realize how good he can be and really push him to that next level. And you can see, like, when what Miss Pam's talking about, that video with Bijan, man, he shows it. I mean, 100%. Yeah, 100%. That's an alien. Yeah.
Pieces for Purpose.
Hey.
Rise up from Maryland. Hey, what's up, buddy? Shout out to all the Dirty Birds fans in the DMV. Man, I was one of those, buddy. I was the original. I love you, man.
Oh,
I love me some Mina too. I love Mina, dog. I love her. Yeah. Zach Wilson still looking mid in this Hall of Fame game.
First round pick, man. What was he, number 2? Yeah. I remember, man. Yeah, you never know, man. You never know.
Millie Mills, Mike, you know it, bro. Y'all my guys. I love you, buddy. I knew you was coming, dog. I told him at the start of the show you was coming. Jay says, that's my coach. Damn right.
Here we go.
Millie Mills said, John, I tell you what, my faith in man, Millie must have had man, what is going on? Millie said, John, I tell you what, my faith in Bijan definitely rising, but TF nice for real. Who is TF?
TF.
So I just need to see it against Ops. No, I'm with you. I think he meant Tyler Algier is nice for real, but I just need to see it against Ops. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, without a doubt.
Kiera said, I'm going to be on the bus with Jesse Bates twerking. Hey, you can't bring up twerking around me. That's kind of my thing. Please leave that. Yeah.
Oh, man. That's
Jesse
very
Bates
true.
Man, look like if he looked like, I don't know if y'all know who Fabio is, like somebody that would ride in on a horse. Like Jesse Bates looked like somebody that would come in on a white horse with a sword to steal your girl. Watch him at all times. I love him. Yeah. Miss Pam said, that means Dave Huxtable knows Bryce Young. Is that true, Johnny Yates?
Yeah, man. He was Alabama. He knows him. Yeah.
So that should help us tremendously.
Little insider info. Yeah, absolutely. All right, man. So let's get to close this down. We have enough breaks on your skates.
Breaks on your skates. So this is a game where we just feel like some people have some form of opinion, okay? You may have an opinion that we just feel like you need to put some brakes on your skates with that line of thinking, okay? And we tell you why, okay? So that's the game for the day. Brakes on your skates.
Or it could be just anything in general, like just
anything in general that we feel like needs to halt.
Yes.
Okay, Johnny Yates, what you got there, man? I got a few of them. I said, you want me to start? You want to kick it off? What you want to do, buddy?
You can start. That's fine.
I'll start this. Okay. I'll say this: put some brakes on your skates if you don't think music affects your mood yet. Okay. If you ever notice when you play sad stuff, so you cry even more. It's wild. When you're happy, you play happy music, but it's scientifically proven to affect your brain chemistry and your brain waves. So the next time you having a shitty day, instead of playing shitty music to match your mood, try to switch the music to uplift your mood. I think that will work. That's scientifically proven to work. Just be very cautious of the music you playing, because if you're rapping along to it and they saying something that's destructive, you'll be surprised how that program your mind after you say it enough times to a beat. That's how you start thinking. So be very careful. Brakes on your skates if you don't think that music affects your mood yet. It does.
Dude, Big time. That's why I don't know if anybody knows 311 or not, but like I started listening to 311 like in '92, and all their music, man, just made me feel so good. So anytime that I was feeling a little down,
Yep.
still listen to 311, man. Good to
Yep.
go.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, man. 100% agree with that. So I'll put brakes on your skates, man. And it's not football related, but what the hell with these? And I know you know this because you just went through it, but other folks that I know, what is up with these damn rent prices, dude? Like, what is happening? Like, we gotta put some brakes on that shit, man. Like, it is, people can't afford to. I mean, this could be a whole podcast and a whole different subject altogether, but I mean, some of our younger friends who graduated college, getting off to a, I don't know, $35,000 a year job, can't even afford to pay damn rent because they don't make enough, and they got to pay. Dude, I mean, I'm just, and even my mom, like she's like going into like a senior community. Even the senior communities, man, through the roof. Yeah, I'm like how can, I mean, unless you just, I don't know, man. To me,
here's the thing about it is you have to score 3 times the rent amount.
Right.
So if the rent is, I'm gonna just tell y'all this because I just had to move. The rent for a shitty apartment is high, like if it was a great apartment. Now it's up there. So you be like, I'm not paying for that. It's called $1,700 a month for that. For a regular, oh no, like it's almost $2,000 for a 1 bedroom, like everywhere. And you have to make 3 times that. So you better be earning some money, or you living with your mom.
Dude, or you living with your mom. What you just said, I'm gonna say, so $1,500. So you're gonna make 7, was that? So 3,000, yeah, almost 60 a year to
you better, or you will have to stay with somebody else. It's really sad. They gotta stop it at some point. But
dude, my buddy was renting a house, and the landlord hiked it $200 from the last year. Like,
so here's why I had to move. For 3 years straight, it went 200. So they went 200, and I said, "Damn, that's crazy." But all right, and then they went 200 again, and I said, "That's 400 in 2 years." Then when the third came, they was going, you gonna hike my shit $600 in 3? I'm not. Bro. What?
Dude,
what are you doing, bro? That's not even cost of living. Like, you just doing anything. It was a spectacular thing. Oh, I gotta tell y'all this too. I went and got my strip pole back. I have my strip pole. I got it. Oh, look, he just asked me that. That was fun. So he said, "Did I get a new pole?" Let me tell you something, man. I went and got that damn pole back. I wasn't leaving that pole in there, buddy. I got it back. It will be up in the new crib.
You got it from your old apartment?
I went and got it from here's what
I did. They got it.
So I just installed until like, man, they took it down, but it was still like in the unit. I still had the key. So I just went in the unit and I saw it was on the ground. I took all that shit and I fucking ran to the car and I put it in the car and I skirted off. But I have my strip pole. Shout out to them. So I got another one. Nice job. So let's put some brakes on your. So my man, hold on, Millie Mills say, "No, I was saying, boy, I don't even know what that means, boy, but the fuck's not for real. The effects. I don't know what you're saying, Millie Mill. You talking slang to me and shit. I don't. You got to make that make sense. So here's what I want to say. Put some brakes on your skates if you believe your friends' stories, because I'm gonna tell you what people do. Okay, let me tell you what your friends are doing, and everyone does this. When your friends come to you and they telling a story about how them and their girl was arguing, or their girl and their man was arguing, or anybody, what they doing is they starting a story in the middle, all right? Because the start of the story is the shit that they did to cause the drama. But if you started in the middle, you can be the victim. And that's what everybody does. You start the story right in the middle where, "Hey man, this person just cursed me out and I can't believe they said what they said to me." And then you just say, "Oh, they shouldn't talk to you like that. Fuck that person there." And the part they didn't say is what caused the person to cuss their ass out. The start of the story is always left out. So what I'm telling you is this. When you tell a story, I bet if you look back at the story you told, you started it in the middle. because you do it your damn, you start the story in the middle so you could be right and be the victim. I don't know why everybody being so mean to me and treating me so. You're starting it in the middle. If you tell the whole story, you just as flawed as the person you're talking about. But if you start it in the middle, then you can be like holier than thou. So just watch your friends instead of just jumping on his side because he's your boy or that's your homegirl. Just try to realize that I'm guarantee you they started the story right smack in the middle and they didn't tell you the part they did that started the story. Breaks on your skates for just jumping in agreement. Trust me, they starting stories in the middle.
They didn't tell you they hit them with the shovel in the head before they started.
That's all it is. They don't tell you the shit that would have you, man, look down on them or have them like, what? Like you did that or you said this and that. People love to do that, so you gotta brakes on your skates. Okay, so hold on, Miss Pam got one. She said, put some brakes on your skates if you think Joy Taylor on Fox knows sports. Thank you, Miss Pam. She has no knowledge to our quarterback. She will find out this season. You're damn right.
I can't wait.
Just a pretty face.
Yeah, and on that, well, actually, I got two quick ones. Brakes on your skates, man. You ever, speaking of that, just like literally, I saw somebody brake check somebody today.
Never do that. That's dangerous.
Yeah, brakes on your skates by doing that shit because they got rear-ended. And it was, you can't. I mean, I get it, man. Like I understand, like it's very annoying to be tailgated, but slow down. You can slow down if you want. You know, if you're going to the speed limit and they up on you and you don't want to go past, that's slow down. You can piss them off. They'll go around you or whatever. But man, if you slam on your brakes, yeah, it can be bad things happen, man. Nah, dude. Anyway, my actual one, man, put some brakes on your skates for anybody that's throwing a damn fit over practice, because that's what the point of this show was. We're talking about practice. I've seen so many takes on Twitter. I'm exhausted from Twitter this week, man. Literally hanging on everything that Kevin Knight or whoever tweets out about a play. Ritter overthrew that one, or Ritter underthrew this one, or even if he completed one that was a great pass. Like, man, it is practice. It is training camp. These guys are getting it together. They're figuring it out. This is what they're supposed to do, man. It's practice. This is the beginning of the season. They're working together for the first time. They have the scheme together that they're having to. These guys are new. They're having to learn the scheme. So y'all gotta chill, man. Y'all really gotta chill. Like I promise you, it's not serious. It's still just football, still a game. We love them. It's our Falcons. But damn it, let's at least get to the season. Not even preseason. Let's get to the season. Let's get into the season before everybody starts losing their damn mind, because we're going to be just fine, man. It's going to be okay. We got playmakers everywhere on offense. We got playmakers everywhere on defense. You got to trust Art. You got to trust Nielsen. You got to trust Jerry Gray, what they got going on, man. I sleep just fine every night, man. I don't worry about the pass he missed earlier in the day. I'm sure he don't either, because, again, it's practice. So breaks on your damn skates, man. It's practice.
I love that one, Johnny Yates, which is actually bringing me to my next one. Breaks on your skates if you judge a player or a person off of one thing. If you can look at a pass and say, oh, he sucked because he threw that one pass, dog, you're an idiot. That's the same way if you see me and I'm doing something really good. This is shit I do. I will go and help the homeless. I will go to the store and I get some food. I hand it out to the homeless. Now you could see me doing that, and you won't have a clue of the treachery and the scumbag I truly am in my heart. Okay, so you can't just judge me off the one thing. But then if you see me and I'm doing something bad, you can't just judge me off that. You might just see me at the strip club and I'm drunk and I'm acting a damn fool. You can't just, a person is not one thing. A person is a bunch of different things. And the same way with a player. If Steph Curry, if he shoot from half court and he missed, because he sucked, now he sucked because, he shot from half court. Because he could shoot from half court and he might hit it the next time. Now, how's your opinion? So I'm just thinking, man, you judge a person or a player by the entire scope of everything you've seen, the entire content of the character or the entire play reel that the person has. Don't just pick what you have in your head already and I'ma just view whatever supports that.
Yeah.
If I hate you as a person, because I don't really, man, like Mike. So I'm going to just, the stuff when he handing out food to the homeless people, I'm going to act like I don't see that. But when he get in trouble, I'm going to, ooh, look, criminal. Well, that's bad faith, man. And that same way with a player. If you going to judge him, judge the whole practice or judge the entire scope of everything you've seen. To be waiting on a player to throw a bad pass or to fumble or to drop a pass, and say, especially if you quiet for 3 catches, for 3 good passes, and you waiting on the one, oh, look, see, he's some shit. I told y'all, you some motherfucking shit. It's like, young, you was waiting to do that. And that's, bruh, that's bad faith. You are being childish. You're being stupid. You're being an asshole. You're being like ignorant. That's the worst kind of human being, man. Don't just judge the entire scope of a person. If you want to know a person, judge everything about them. And then the same way with the players, man, judge the entire highlight reel. Just because somebody had a bad game or a bad practice or a bad throw or a bad year, if they've been killing for 10 years and they have a bad year on 11, where they don't suck ass, well, that wouldn't make sense now, would it? So I'm just saying, put some brakes on your skates if you overreact to one thing personally or in sports, because that is ridiculous.
It's the laziest take on the Twitter to do, to go pick a play like that and say, I mean, like you just said, you could take one thing out of anybody's life with a job that they do. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you look at folks like, do you do a 100% perfect job every day at your job? I mean, at your work, do you ever fuck up? Do you have a bad? Do you hit the wrong button sometimes? Like that's the equivalent to them making a bad pass, something like that. I mean, it's going to happen, you know. And I knew that we all talked about it. We know folks already have drafts saved in Twitter, ready to go whenever he throws his first pick. But I thought at least, I mean, silly me, I should have known, but I thought it'd be at the season. He couldn't even make it past the first day of camp without some folks going nuts. It's crazy.
So that's why I said at the start of the show, it may come a time where I stop just being like so cool about where everybody got their opinion. So hey, hold on, this is important. I ain't even know what this. I could already see where this is going. Millie Mill says music definitely affects the mood. Drill music plays a big part in the reason why these young boys just want to shoot each other more than ever now. I'm gonna tell y'all this. That's because when you're saying it in a rhythm to a beat. And I don't care if it ain't your song, but you say I'm gonna kill that motherfucker if he come through my neighborhood. You say that enough times every day, and you will kill somebody who come through your neighborhood and then be in the station crying like I'm a good kid. I don't know what got into me. Oh, that song got into your ass. You brainwashed yourself, but the same way it could turn around if you're doing that positively. So Tyler said, raging out in my car to some Lorna Shore is what keeps me chill as hell the rest of the day. I love it. Music keeps me, So hopefully said you need to have a cover charge just to cover your rent. Yeah, you got to start charging people to come over. Dre said, nah, my homies know I'm going to let them know they wrong and they do the same for me. No, yes, me and my squad, we started from the beginning. Yep. Millie Mill said Carolina, Tampa, and New Orleans need brakes on their skates if they think their QB gonna outplay Ritter this year, especially Carolina. Right. Shots at Bryce Young. Shots fired.
I love it. And hey, Bama's my team. I loved Bryce, but not anymore. Like
not anymore.
Hope he gets smoked, man.
Tyler said, put some brakes on your skates. If you are hoping for a human person on your own damn team to fail, everyone deserves success. That's the shit I told y'all a long time ago. It's some people that wear our jerseys and they wear our hats and all the merchandise. They are not Atlanta fans. They are not. I don't know how you can be a fan and you don't even get a man a chance to fuck up. He ain't even had the chance to fuck up and be sorry. Like, I'm going to call him sorry if he's sorry. He ain't even had the chance to fuck up. Before y'all, how you don't have the chance to fuck up? Like, I'm like, dog, at least give him a chance to be sorry. Young, we critiquing training camp. Man, we talking about practice. Not a game, but practice. Come on, man. Jay Black, what up?
What's up, Jay? That's a perfect way to end it, man.
Man, put some brakes on your skates. If you're not excited about the season, man, everyone is. We all excited. We got a little bit of time left. Man, all the content creators are gearing up. Come on, Savion back, Trey back. Come on, man, Fleet back. The boys are back. Come on, man. You got Big Low. You got Smitty. You got Mad Mike. Birdo. I'm going to miss some boy. Please check out the Bout Bros podcast. The Chargers, the greatest Chargers podcast there ever was. And then you got Out of Your Falcon Mind. The craziest shit on the internet. And I love it, man. But put some brakes on your skates if you got anything negative. I don't know how you can have a negative take, man, unless you just a pessimist or a negative person, because this is all positive. It's all excitement. We even cut Franks. If you can't be happy about that, he said he was going to respect the 2 and the 11. Come on, man. Bro, this is all positive. Man, Bijan, all the news has been positive. We ain't heard one player who just suck ass so far. Man, all this has been positive. So if you got a negative take on it, keep that shit to yourself. Gabriel said, you also have to put some brakes on the people who call him a franchise quarterback after preseason game. Yes, both ways. I would say that both ways. Absolutely. If he throw a good pass and you say, oh, he the next Matt Ryan, stop what you doing. Stop what you doing. Pop your hand. Put some brakes on your skates too, because y'all just as wrong as the people that saying he threw a bad pass, so he'll never be good. He don't belong in the NFL. Calm down. Johnny Yates just told you RELAX. Relax.
Yeah, all we're saying is just support the guys wearing your colors, man. That's it. Mm-hmm. No reason not to. If you're a fan of the team, you better be supporting them. That's all I can say, man. Mm-hmm. Tyler said football season is here, y'all. Can't wait to be out of my Falcon mind all damn season.
Hey, man, I encourage y'all. Now, I do understand it's our merchandise. I understand that. But it'll be cool as shit when you got on that Out of Your Falcon mind and you at the game or you in the bar with that shit on, you will be the only one with that on. Trust me with that. So go get that shit. It's going to be good for the season.
That's right, man. So, yeah. So we'll be back Thursday next week. Again, we're going to be on our Thursday schedule for the rest of the year, actually. Our post-game recaps will be Sunday after the game, Monday, possibly Tuesday. It just depends on, again, my son's baseball schedule. So we'll be getting after it, man.
He started school yesterday?
Yeah, he started school on Tuesday, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Great, okay.
Yeah, so he's back at it. So, we'll have, like I said, 2 shows a week going forward, man. It's going to be, not during preseason. Well, I don't know. We probably do 2 shows during preseason.
We do too.
We can still do it. Yeah, we'll probably start that during preseason, having a little preview. Even though we're not going to see this, the ones in there a lot during the preseason, we still have the game to talk about. We'll have the recap to talk about what we saw from the young guys and the guys that's trying to make the squad and stuff like that. So it's all good.
Frank Darby, make that squad, Frank.
There you go. So as always, guys, you can follow us on Twitter. Whatever X, whatever the fuck it's called now. I don't even know what it's supposed. I guess it's still Twitter. He changed the retweet to repost. So I don't know. Anyway, out of your effing mind on Twitter. Like Mike said, he's gonna be back on TikTok this week with some different stuff. Out of your Falcon mind there. Check out our store, bonfire.com/out of your Falcon mind. You can get the Who Threw That shirt, or you can just get the regular Out of Your Falcon mind t-shirts or hoodies like I'm wearing right now. And did we miss anything else, man? Check out Variety Sports Network. Of course, we're coming to you there as well as on our show. What?
No, I was going to say, you got to shout out Variety Sports.
Of course. I always fucking forget. Yes, even though we do have the countdown that has that for 2 minutes. But either way, great guys there, man. And like I said, check out Saturday Showdown, the new college football show on Variety Sports. If y'all haven't subscribed to them, go ahead and do that. And as always, drop a sub for our show, drop a like for our show, helps more Falcons fans find us. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. And for y'all that's hung out with us the entire damn season, next week we'll be talking about the game against Miami coming up for the preseason. We're talking about that on Thursday. We're going to have a hell of a good time. And can't wait, man. So you guys stay good. Have a great weekend. And was it? Yes, I keep forgetting that we are doing Thursdays because I keep saying have a great rest of your week. But tomorrow is Friday, so you'll have a great week.
I just want to jump in one more time and say, I said and say it again, man. Thank y'all. I think that we have a great show, but I think the greatest part about our show is the chat and how everybody joined the chat because we kind of feed off of that and we go off that. So it wouldn't be a good show if it wasn't for you guys in the chat. So I just appreciate anybody that comes. If you take time out of your day to join our chat, and we and do this in the daytime sometimes, and you still join, for everybody that gave us a 5-star review, for all the super chats, man, bro, that may be meaning the world. It's so mind-blowing. For everybody that buy a shirt, it's just mind-blowing. Man, John texted me the other day, and John said, dog, it is unreal that people actually like buy our stuff and like they listen to it. Man, it is an unreal feeling, but it's humbling, and we don't take y'all for granted. We want y'all to know that we appreciate every last one of y'all, and it really is touching. Like, thank you so much for allowing us to just do what we love and for us to be comfortable, because y'all allow us to be ourselves. And that's I don't feel like I have to be anything outside of myself to interact with you guys, and John doesn't either. So we want to thank y'all for allowing us to be ourselves and for allowing us to not do, and it's no diss to any other podcast, but allowing us to not to do it our way, because our way is a specific way and it could have bombed. But we wanted to do it our way, and we did it our way, and y'all allowed us to do that, and you support us. So thank you.
Could have said it better myself, man. And all those folks listening to us that can't catch us live, appreciate you guys just as much, man. However you get our show, whether it's through Spotify, iTunes, whatever you listen to, if it's on the computer, if it's on your laptop, whatever, we appreciate all of it. Trust me. And like I said, we don't take it for granted. We appreciate it. And we just want to keep growing. Like I said, man, get us to 1,000, keep sharing it, tweeting it out, sharing it on Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want to do, man. Wearing the shirts, it's all great for us, man. We loving it. So next week we're talking about some Falcons versus Miami, and anything that comes up between now and then. You guys have a great weekend. We will catch y'all then. Much love, folks.
Out of your Falcon mind. Peace.